I'm Chaz Hogan, Australian journalist here at Hampden Park for the Scottish Cup semi-final between Celtic and Cup chokers Queen of the South. Now, with Rangers already out, the winners here today will already surely have one hand on the cup. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to the Conquerors of Paris Saint-Germain, Queen of the South. It's season 11, it's episode 13, hopefully not too unlucky for us today because we have, domestic duties today. We have the opportunity to win against Rangers and potentially win the league. Should Celtic fail to win as well, a draw will probably be enough for us to win the league as well. I think that means maths, so and I'm not good at that. But first up, it is Celtic at Hampden Park in the Scottish Cup semi-final, and if we win that, it will be either Motherwell or Ross County that we would face in the final. So it is a very, very important semi-final to win. But there was not much to catch you up on, to be honest. Just a lot of a couple of nights out after the Paris game, and we're moving on to the next one. You can see here as well that it's Man United and Juventus that are facing off in the other Champions League semi-final. If I'm being completely honest, it's easy to say it now. I thought we were a chance against Paris because it wasn't, looking at their team, it wasn't a brilliant Paris side. It's a good Chelsea side though, so I do think we might be coming towards the end. But I tell you what, if we can beat Chelsea and get to the final, I'd back us. Well, especially if Juventus get there, I wouldn't mind. I wonder if Stankic could play against Man United, though. That's his parent team, isn't it? But anyway, we'll worry about that in the unlikely event that we get there. Let's have a look and see what we're doing here. First up, though, against Celtic, it is a cup semi-final, and it is a more attacking formation, a 4-2-3-1. Now, as a reminder, Celtic have a new manager. It is the old Hibs manager that is their manager now. And this is a team we're sending out. It's Bosic in goal, Otamendi, Bukiano, Walker and Ayrton, Mashagi and Mihai in midfield, Makreyev, Bol and Stankic. It's Angus going up top. We've had a word to Angus about his recent form because it's not been particularly good. Muros is back fit, but he's not match sharp, so he's on the bench for this one with Emma Russo, Arkvik, Alvarez, Torres and Ali Spence, who of course we signed from Celtic. 56 million on the bench against them, though. We don't need him. He's just if we need them. Rojas is coming back from injury, but not quite back yet. And so we're a little thin at left back, which is why we see Otamendi there. But other than that, this is more or less our strongest team. So we go. Paul Sheeran is the new manager there. He hasn't had a chance. Hasn't had the transfer window yet, so it's going to be a similar looking team, isn't it? This is, what are we going to say here? Let's put on a show. We're the Conquerors of Paris Saint-Germain, goddammit. We should be putting on a show. We're like the Harlem Globetrotters of Scotland. And here we go. Now, I'm actually recording this before last episode has gone out, so I haven't been able to bathe in I'm assuming the glory you're going to throw my way for knocking out Paris Saint-Germain. I thought we actually did really well against them. We were the better team. But like I say, when I was looking at their team, they obviously had a couple of good players, and their defensive players looked okay. For Paris, they looked really good, I suppose, for anybody else. But they didn't seem to have that much in attack, other than what's his face, Adeyemi or whatever his name is. So yeah, I was sort of cautiously optimistic, but I didn't want to say anything in the episode because you jinx it then, don't you? So yeah, it was just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It's possibly one of my favourite FM memories of ever. Here we go, Bol! And it's a good save from the Celtic goalkeeper there. I'm really, really pleased with it, but I'm sick of losing to Celtic in the Cup, so I would really like to go and win this as well, actually. The treble, of course, the actual treble, League, Cup and European Cup, is still on for us. Angus turns nicely, gets it wide, Stankic nods it down for Thomas Bol. Oh, go with your laces. He's side-footed, he's offside anyway. You've got to go with your laces there. If you send it over the stand, then so be it. I mean, he's a professional footballer, he shouldn't. I'd send it over the stand, but I'd still go with my laces because it's glory. If it goes in, you get that ripple off the net. Absolute glory. Ball in. Oh, it's a terrible mistake at the back. And Jonathan Angus sounds like he's in trouble, Jonathan Angus. Johnny Angus has stuck it away. It's his first goal in a little while. He has, as I said, been a little bit disappointing in form. I do wonder a little bit if when we get to the latter stages of the Champions League, and this is the guy that has been brilliant for us in European games, but I do wonder if against that very top level, he's just maybe not good enough against those sorts of defenders. So yeah, I mean, he'll be here till the end of the series, but I do wonder if maybe he's no longer first choice in those big games. That's why we bought Ali Spence. He's the guy that come in and is actually an elite level striker. Let's just keep praising them. We're doing well here. We haven't seen much from Celtic. And yeah, I mean, we just got a well-balanced side. Even the guys that aren't that highly rated, like Mashagi, I absolutely love him because he just wins everything back. He's such a good defensive midfielder. As the goalkeeper makes another save there. It was a decent header at the near post, but it's one of those that's never really likely to find the back of the net. The issue, I think the big decision I'm going to have to make in defence now for the Chelsea game is whether it's Walker at the back or Baba Adu. Walker is club captain, so he has that leadership. I think Stenkic is offside there. He pulls it back. Oh, it's good defending. He was offside. He has that good leadership capability, but he's not our best defender. Baba Adu is a better defender than him. To be fair, Torres was probably a better defender than him as well. Toro. So it's whether we want that leadership on the field or whether we're okay with him just being on the bench and bringing Baba Adu into partner Bucchiano at the back. But I mean, if you have any thoughts on that, I'll try and remember to show you Baba Adu's... what do you want to say? Don't get complacent. I'll try and remember to show you Baba Adu's attributes. But he's got really good positioning, which I think Giovanni has good positioning as well, doesn't he? 16. I think Baba Adu is 16 or 17 as well. So I just think maybe those two will position themselves well, and that might bode well for us against what is going to be a very, very good Chelsea side. But yeah. Viewers Player of the Year nominations. We are probably getting towards last call for those. So if you haven't already, if you want to add players that you haven't already nominated, then by all means go ahead and do so. And for a game that it feels like we've dominated, it is still only 1-0. Mihai's won that back. So we just want to be a little bit careful here. I wonder too if we want to take Otamendi. I don't know. Do we want to give Muras? Are we using a semi-final to get match fitness into a player's legs? Not at 1-0 probably, are we? It's okay. Just keeping possession. Just taking the sting out of the game. And there's a little bit more sting in there, isn't there? Too much taking away of sting. Not enough sting. Oh, and it's 1-1. And, well, we've just been playing with our food, haven't we? And the food has escaped. Just got it nicked away there. And yeah, you wonder maybe Otamendi not being an experienced or a natural left back has cost him there a little bit. Wasn't offside. Didn't look offside. All right, Bowl. Let's take him off for Torres. Yeah, I'll be really, really annoyed if we don't win this from here. Come on, boys. Let's encourage them. I mean, as a manager, as a manager on manager, I have a really good record against Sharon as well, or whatever his name is, Sharon. So it'd be annoying on that front as well if we weren't going to go and get the result here. Can we demand more? Let's put a bit of pressure on old Bucchiano. And we are going into stoppage time, and are we going to be going into extra time as well? Mashagi and Mihai are absolutely destroyed. I don't know how you're not winning. You deserve to be. Keep it up. Everybody's efforts. Keep going. You can win this. Keep working hard in extra time. Yeah, let's go with that. I'm looking at some of these fitness levels, and it's not great. And it's not great with players that I don't have really natural replacements for. Now, let me think here. Otamendi can play as a defensive. He's not a Mashagi, though, is he? So we can take Alvarez on for him. Mihai. That's like for like. Can we stick Toro in as a deep liar and then bring Arkvik on to play as an attacking midfielder, maybe? And just get some fresh legs in there in midfield. Maybe that is the way to go. And then we should still have one more sub we can make. which will probably be Ayrton, won't it? Because he looks quite tired as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's not really what we needed is extra time here, but we have a week off after this before the Rangers game, so there's time for everybody to recover. Otamendi is tied end on a booking, and he's not a natural left back, so we'll just bring Muros on. Muros is a good player, so it's not Ali Spence. I didn't even use Ali Spence. Do we have another sub? No. I mean, our XG of 280. I don't know what to do to get us actually scoring the goals that we should at times. I'm almost tempted to sort of take the piss a little bit and just do a full week of conversion training, because we do it most weeks. So this is going to go all the way to penalties. Can we demand more? And it is indeed going to be penalties, and we don't particularly have any good penalty takers. Team talk, stay calm, back yourselves, will be fine. Yeah, I guess we go with that. So that's okay. Now, we know Bursic in the past has been a good penalty stopper. Johnny Angus has a good record from the spot for us, and he continues that there. So we're underway. We have the lead. And it will be Eastham against Bursic. What's he got for us? Bursic goes the wrong way. So it's 1-1. Makriev will step up now. I have seen him take one penalty for us. I think maybe two. He's not a regular taker. Ooh, he's just about put that through the goalkeeper to score. So it's 2-1. Bursic will face Lloyd now. I've got to be honest, Lloyd is a bit of a new name to me. I don't recognise it. Oh, and Bursic is there. He hasn't seen Bursic before either. And it is an advantage. Almarez now. Now we're into guys that really I don't think have taken penalties for us, maybe outside of a shootout. Almarez. Oh, fingertips from the goalkeeper, but that gives us a free goal now. We're one clear. And all the pressure now is on the Celtic player, because if he doesn't score here, it's all but over. Bursic, can he do another save? Oh, he can! Bursic from the penalty. If we ever go to a penalty shootout in a final, I'm bringing Bursic on. He's that good. I don't know why he's that good at it, but he just saves so many penalties. Not even in just shootouts, in sort of regular games as well. He'll, in sort of general play or the normal 90 minutes he scores. As Torres, can he send this through? No. And it's not done yet. Bursic with a chance to be the hero. He's going to be facing... I've got a little bit of time to try and think about how to say this while he walks up. Mendizabal. Yeah, let's go with Mendizabal. Can Bursic make the save? No. And suddenly, we have to score this penalty. If we score it, we're through. If we miss it, you get the feeling the momentum is completely against us, and we may well end up going out here. And it's Ayrton coming forward. There's not too many other players that, a Brazilian international. He's been a brilliant player for us. I'd back him. Oh, and he's done it. And we are through to the Scottish Cup final. We have finally beaten Celtic in a cup game. Unbelievable that it's come down to that, having had double the shots that they did. More than that even. But we've got there in the end. We're going to the final. So, penalised by penalties. There we go. Have some of that Celtic. The treble is still on. We're into one final. The league is right there for us. Ayrton, like I say, he's been a really good player for us. He's one of the guys you kind of would back him to go. I don't know what his penalty taking attribute is. It's not great. It's 7, but you just kind of, he's one of those players, isn't he? Brilliant. All right, guys, wait right there. We'll be back to face Rangers, win that, and we could be crowned champions today. Okay, welcome back. We are getting ready to face Rangers, but we have had a massive blow with Ayrton out 3 to 5 weeks. That means he is going to miss both legs against Chelsea. Obviously, Emma Russo can come in, but he is not Ayrton. Ayrton is an absolute god, and, well, we are going to be without him because of an injury, and that is a real, real shame. But anyway, this is why we have squads. So, you know, hopefully it'll be fine. But let's not worry about that right now, because we have a chance to win the league. If we beat Rangers, 10-point gap. So we need to be 12 points ahead at the end of this game. If we beat Rangers, we will be 13 points ahead. If Celtic were to draw Rangers, then the gap would be 12 points, but we have a superior goal difference, so mathematically it would still be alive. So if Aberdeen were to win and we were to win, then that would be absolutely fine. We would be champions today. We are expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from them. Now, this is the Saturday. The first leg against Chelsea is on Tuesday, so this is very much not our first choice team. I'm actually wondering if we don't play Bursic in goal as well, but maybe we do. What's Perez like? It's a goalkeeper. You don't run that much. All right, so it's Bursic in goal. Muros makes his comeback from injury with Toro, Walker, and Bayless. That will tell you that I've decided to go with Baba Adu. The reason for that, just good positioning, good tackling, good passer of the ball. He's just as good in the air. So we're gonna go with Baba. So Walker plays this one with Bayless filling in at right back for us. Arkvik, Irving and Alvarez in midfield. Torres in behind Angus and Celino. The bench, we have the young one of our youngsters that came through this year's academy, Michael Bruce. He's there if we need him, along with Hardy, Johnson, Bermudez and Klee. It's a very, very young bench. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. Do we recognise how many names in the Rangers side? No one that we've had previously, I don't think, anyway. All right, so let's just go out there, play our natural game. The result will come. We are away from home, first game of the split, and here we go. So yeah, I mean, like I say, this is not our first choice side. So if it doesn't happen today, it's not the end of the world. Though we do have a corner here. Let's see what Irving can do. It's a decent one. It's headed away though. Yeah, so, you know, obviously it's not the end of the world. When you get to the situation, that's a nice through ball, Bursic makes the save. When you get to a situation where you are saying, you know, if we don't win it here, or we could win it here, unless you're talking about the last 2 or 3 games of the year, it's more than likely going to happen. The issue we might have... Oh, I forgot to say we're playing Motherwell in the Scottish Cup final as well. I was sort of shocked when with the Ayrton injury. I meant to show you that when we came back. But yeah, it's Motherwell. They beat Ross County, I think it was 1-0. So I think that's good for us. We'd rather play, although Motherwell did beat us last time we played them, I do think we would rather than Celtic at 2-0 up. So it's unlikely to happen today then, even if we do win here. But it would still be nice to win, wouldn't it? All right, let's try passing into space, raising up our tempo. See if that works for us, because not much is happening. We haven't had a shot on goal, never mind on target. Let's try demand more. Let's fire it up a few. Potentially, we could go to wingers, but it would take a lot of playing around with things and players out of position, so it's not really an option. Aberdeen have one back, or it could be back on. It's not being great from us. We did do 3 chance conversion trainings in between the Celtic game and this game, so we've created nothing. Maybe we should have mixed it in a little bit with chance creation, but anyway, I'm not happy, boys. I'm not happy with that. Torres is demotivated, but you know what? I'm willing to. We've got Bermudez and we've got the youngster Graham Johnson on the bench. Hey, that's worked as a team talk. I'm happy to give either of them some game time if you don't want to be motivated. Torres. Let's try encouraging them since we've had to go at them at half-time. Johnny Angus not having his best game. It's not quite working. Selena's not playing well either. All right, so let's bring Klee on there. All right, let's try. Just because I'm a little bit limited in what I can do here. Let's try Torres as a deep-lying forward. Let's get John. Bermudez really doesn't play well in this formation. So we'll bring Johnson on. And we'll leave it at that. And then if we need to make another change, we can go to wingers. We can bring Hardy on, play him on the right. And Arvik can go over on the left. But, yeah, well, have we had highlights? I don't even remember a highlight, if I'm completely honest. Yeah, it's not happening, is it? All right, so we will switch to wingers. But we played like this partly to try and throw Chelsea off, and also just because I wanted to rest, sort of the main players. Anyway, let me make these changes here. Okay, so there we go. Changes have been made. We've taken off Torres, and Johnny Angus. Hardy comes on as an inside forward, and John... Was it just the one sub? I can't remember what subs I'd made. But anyway, you can see the team there. Hopefully, a change of shape might result in a change of fortune. But, yeah, I mean, it's not been great, has it? Can we demand more? Bayless wins it back. Nicely done. Hardy, who's one of the youngsters that came through our academy, and he's not done particularly well there. You can see what he was trying to do, getting it back to Bayless, but, yeah, didn't quite work out. And there's the ball over the top. Now, if he's not offside, someone's got some... bursting. What is that? That was slow motion. Okay, let's just get rid of everything here. Can you just go and play some football, please, guys? I'm wondering if I built it up a little bit too much in the build-up to the game. The fact that we could win the league. Maybe it would have been one just to, title what title. So this will cut the... he is tired, isn't he? This will cut the lead back to 7 points. We still have Celtic to play, of course. Worst case scenario, we lose that. The lead goes back to 4 points. We've got to play Ross County. And we've got to play Aberdeen, obviously. And I think Motherwell is the other one. So it should still be comfortable enough. 10 points at this point in the season is a very, very big lead. But we'll need to do a lot better than that. But like I say, that was very much the second team. So maybe it's not a massive shock, but it's certainly, I would have liked a little bit better than that coming into the Chelsea game. So there are the other scores from around the leagues. Ross County has won as well, but they are mathematically already out of contention, I believe. Or maybe that keeps them in it. Anyway, it doesn't matter because we're going to win the league eventually. So we fall to late defeat. We've paid $1 million for Arkvik. I think that's just about worth it. He's been quite good this season. And since we've signed him, don't forget to go and nominate your Viewers Player of the Year players. And we will be back next time. It will be, we're obviously going to play Chelsea in the first leg. What have we got after that? We skip over Motherwell. We do this. So it'll be this. It'll be both ties. It'll be just the semi-finals of the Champions League. Could we dare dream of going back-to-back in Europe? Europa League champions last season. Could we make a Champions League final this season? Well, we're going to find out next episode, and then after that we can hopefully focus on winning the league, the Scottish Cup final, before we have a Champions League final as well. Take care.